Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today for Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection. One of the many friends I've got out at Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection, Michelle. Welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, thank you. And yes, you have many friends at DATCP.
Darn right. And we're going to keep on making new friends there with all of the great resources that we keep putting out there and that you folks put out each and every month. We're so happy to share them. And this one, we're going to be talking about resources for seniors as it relates to a little bit of everything. So, a little bit on the scams, protecting. We just want you to be safe out there, no matter what age. But today we'll focus on some of the senior resources that are available to folks out there. And the senior guide is where we'll kick it off. If you have not downloaded this, if you not ordered your copy, you're missing out, Michelle, right?
You are missing out. This is a great guide. It has information on a whole host of consumer issues and scams for seniors. It's useful in design because we know that seniors are specifically targeted for a number of scams. And this guide has more than 50 pages of resources and information about those unique scams. And it's available online. So you can have it on your tablet, download it to a tablet or any other mobile device. Just go to our website to do that. Or you can call our consumer protection hotline and get a hard copy sent to you. If you want, have both. So you have one sitting by the phone to remind you of situations, or you can just go ahead and have one when you're traveling around because your phone rings whether you're in state or out of state.
I'm thinking it's a good stocking stuffer. It's never too early to plan ahead for the holidays, and I'm getting all my staff this one, even though they may not even be at the senior age, but that's okay because it's still a great resource. I've found a lot of interesting things in there that I've can use or have used even personally. For one that I know is in the book here, and one that we've talked about numerous times is the grandparent scams. And what's interesting here is I'm looking here in the reported loss, $41 million, Michelle. Still.
Yeah, right. And this is across all age groups. There's a reported loss totaling $41 million to family and friends from the imposter scam alone in 2018.
Wow.
And that median loss is $2,000. But when it was seniors age 70 and over, they put cash in the mail and their median loss was $9,000. So unfortunately, we can see from these statistics that the scam has more success in its ongoing nature with our older population. And it's something we definitely, as a community and as a family, need to band together and make sure that everyone's protected from this type of family imposter scam.
And why does it work? I think, and I know there's a million reasons behind it, but why does the scam work at so many different levels?
So it works for a number of different reasons because of the tactics that they use. There are threats, they get emotion involved, as well as secrecy. The biggest one is the secrecy. So what the scam is you get a phone call and someone is pretending to be the grandchild and begs for money to be sent immediately because maybe they are involved in some kind of car accident, or maybe they were traveling to a location they shouldn't have been and were mugged or lost their wallet and need assistance. Maybe there's a medical emergency that is being claimed to have happened, or problems with law enforcement. So you have to get yourself out of jail or type situation. This can also involve a third party in that someone calls claiming to be in contact with. They could pretend to be a law enforcement officer, a doctor, a lawyer, saying that they are with your grandchild and they're incapacitated in some way. So they're communicating on their behalf. But again, money needs to be sent. And let's keep the whole thing a big secret because the grandchild shouldn't have been doing what it is they were doing and don't want mom and dad to know because they're going to get in really big trouble. And so, what grandparent wouldn't help their grandchild? Again, it's that threat, that emotion that's involved, and then the secrecy.
And as far as the exchange of money, and this is going to be throughout the next part of the stuff we're going to be talking about here, but the word never, stands out here. Never wire money. The gift cards, the hard cash. Why not send that stuff when you hear those? And those should be like big red sirens going off.
Big red flags,
That was what I was
exactly.
looking for. Thank
Airplane
you.
landing flags.
Exactly.
Um, you don't want to send money because, especially when it's out of the blue, unsolicited request for wiring money, because you can't track that. Once it's handed over to that person you're giving it to, it's gone. It's out of here type situation. It's like cash. It won't be tracked. I mean, yes, you're going to have a wire number, and you're going to know to what country you sent it to, and supposedly quote who picked it up. But it's gone. It's not like a credit card where you can stop the transaction midway. The federal government's been trying to work on certain provisions, and if you call within 30 seconds or a very short time, maybe they can stop the wire transfer from being received. But you need to think of it as like handing over cash, and it disappears and is not trackable or traceable, and you're not going to see that money again.
Yeah, it's a devastating scam as it is, and I'm not. We don't want to come down on people on this. It's the education part of this is what's so important, and it's because they get you in a vulnerable moment, and that is so common when we talk about different scams. And real quick, we got beware of imposter scams. There's a number of them. We got a few of them here. If you want to go through just a quick couple of them, Michelle, all pretty much lead to the same thing: identity theft, money, or just they're losers.
Yeah, these are legitimate businesses or government agencies that scam artists are pretending to be. That's a baseline imposter scam. So when your phone rings and it says the IRS is calling or Social Security Administration, guess what? They don't make random unsolicited phone calls. That's not who's really calling. So the variety of imposter scams that we've seen are shady sales scams, where a large company is calling you to change your plan or give you a call. We've seen things, imposters with AT&T, DirecTV type situations. Immediate payment required scams, again, very similar to a grandparent scam, in that we need to pay things right away. But another one with that immediate payment would be a utility company calling you, again, fake utility company threatening immediate disconnection. We see high pressure sales pitches, social security scams, where you might be the scammer's trying to get your social security number, Medicare number, or a credit card bank account, but they are acting as though they are the government and that you need to respond and hand over information, or they'll cut off your services or your account. And then we see tech support and lottery scams as well.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. I mean, there's so many different variations now today that, and they'll continue to change, right? They adapt, whether we like it or not. But it always seems to be. Can't say it always is. But those common red flags got to pop up and be the indicators. And if that's the take home from this today in the senior guide, that's going to help you, the start of preventing this. And then you just got to it's an ongoing education thing too.
It absolutely is. There's a new senior every day, so we got to talk about it regularly. There's a new scam. There's a new twist on an old scam every single day. They follow current events. We've had some natural disasters, with severe weather in our country lately. And so we're going to see all sorts of charity scams popping up to help support that. And that's something we need to be ready to react to. And it was so important what you said a little bit ago. We have to talk about this. If you fall victim to one of these things, don't hide it. Don't be ashamed. Don't keep it a secret. Please talk about it. Report it to Consumer Protections. Tell your friends and family, because it's the best way to shut these down. Awareness and non-responsiveness to it. So we want the conversation to happen. So we are always ready for the next one.
Yeah, that's why I like to share that I bought into a pool scam, that I thought was legit. And I sit here with you. We do stuff with Better Business Bureau, and I like to think that I know everything, but no, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true, and you just gotta really slow down and think about what you're doing because well, things are easier to do online. It's just it's a tricky world out there, Michelle.
Yeah, well, and there's people trying to take advantage, so we
Mhm.
just have to be watchful of that.
Well, I appreciate you watching out for all of us. We appreciate that. If people want to learn more, get that senior guide, or report these scams or fraudsters, how can they do that?
Please go to our website at datcp.wi.gov or call our consumer protection hotline 1-800-422-7128.
Michelle, thank you so much for talking. I'll always love catching up with you and talking scams. That's where it's at. And we appreciate everything you and the folks at DATCP are doing for us each and every day.
Well, thanks for giving us this opportunity to share the information.
Always a pleasure. We'll talk to you real soon, and stay safe out there.
You too.
All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.